What's a recession? There's been a lot of talk recently about a potential recession. Some argue that we're already in one. But what does that mean? And specifically, what does it mean for people of color? According to Investopedia, a recession is a macroeconomic term that refers to a significant decline in general economic activity in a designated region. It had been typically recognized as 2 consecutive quarters of economic decline, as reflected by GDP in conjunction with monthly indicators such as a rise in unemployment. So, what does that mean for us? It means it's time for us to tighten up our money game. The US has seen 5 recessions since 1980, and they've lasted an average of about 11 months. People of color tend to suffer the most in these situations, in large part because of our lack of generational wealth to fall back on when things get rough. Towards the end of the Great Recession back in October 2009, the Black unemployment rate was 15.7%, more than 65% higher than that of whites at 9.5%. The Latinx community had an unemployment rate of 13.1%. So what's the game plan? First off, because there's so much uncertainty with a recession, we may want to try and stay put with our current employer since finding a new job may be more challenging, especially if companies pause or freeze hiring. If we can manage to save some money, we should try to set up an emergency fund. A good rule of thumb is to save up at least 3 months' worth of income. Credit card debt's always a pain, but it really hurts during a recession. This might be a good time to consider consolidating our debt. An old, tried and true method is to transfer high interest credit card debt to a low or no interest credit card to buy ourselves more time to pay it off before we get hit with interest charges. But we need to be careful and pay attention to how long the introductory interest rates last, and make sure they'll be manageable if and when they do kick in, hopefully after we have a lower balance. Next, we may want to consider getting a side hustle. Remember, the goal is to make and keep as much money as we can and to limit our spending. If we invest, most of us should avoid trying to time the market. A bear market, when stocks are down for a while, tend to last about 9.5 months. And bull markets, when stock prices are trending up, tend to last about 2.5 years. Finally, we don't have to panic. Recessions don't last forever, and they can even be a great opportunity for us to learn new skills or advance our education. Stick with OfColor for tips for us, by us, on how to do money right.